Hello, my name is Ami Diamond. In this episode, I'll like to talk about OneDrive. Well, what is OneDrive? OneDrive is like a Dropbox of Microsoft where users can store their personal information and they can also share. It's not like SharePoint where you can collaborate, but OneDrive is a great tool to back up your desktop and to use files that are in working mode. So how do we get there? I'm now in the home site of Office 365 and I will click on the three dots and we'll go to OneDrive. So what do we see here? We see actually we're in My Files. My Files are all of the folders and documents that only I have permissions. You see the sharing is private. In case I have shared, then I will see the status is shared. So how do I actually upload things? I can go to File and I can choose a document I want to upload. I can choose a folder and then the whole folder with the documents will be uploaded. So let's look for something. Let's look for something here. Okay, we have pics. So let's choose this, and it says it has 12 files. Let's upload it, and you see it's uploading the pictures. So let's check. We can also see the files instead of a list as a compact list, and we can see the pictures as a gallery or as tiles. So that's really good. Now we can also drag and drop. So if I go to one of the folders here and I actually choose a picture, I can drag it to here and you see it's uploading it. Now you see that I have here share. I automatically can decide who I want to share it with. Let's see how we share a document. So currently we can share a document or a folder. Let's create a new folder. We go to new and click folder and we will call it new share. We'll click create, and the new share we can share either by clicking by this icon, or we can mark it and on top we have a share, or if we click on the three dots we can click share. Now by default it depends on the tenant. Let's click on this arrow. We have 4 different types of sharing. Anyone with a link means anyone can, even out of the organization. It will not ask them at all to log in. Notice that if it's anyone, you can decide if to give them editing or read access. You can set a date of expiry and you can set a password. People in the organization are all of the people in the organization. People with existing access, that means you already gave them in the past, and specific, which is usually used, is only the people which we specify specifically will be able to test that or to access it. Now by default you see it's not set to editing, it's only read, but if I want the people to be able to also edit, then we can do that. So now I will put a user which I'm sharing the information, and I can also share it with externals if it's set on the tenant. Let's put Ami Diamond, and okay, let's hotmail.com, but it will also say that it's actually external, but it will let you do. Now here you can really also define if you want to give edit or view, and you can define the link settings just like we did before. Now we can send it by mail. We could put a message here. This is for you, or we can copy it. So let's just send it. Now you will see the status, instead of private, it has changed, should change to share. And if we click here, we actually can see with whom I have shared. And if I decide to stop the sharing, you can just click here or cancel it also here, or to define if it's can be edited or viewed. Hello, I'm back. Sorry for that. So actually we can create from here Office documents. So let's just create a word and write something down. The name is already here. It automatically also saves everything. So it's not like in the desktop. And if I want to see where it's stored, I can go here. Okay, this is a file. Now if I mark it, you notice that I can see more things here. First of all, I have a version history. That means any change that I did. You see, it started with number 1, and because I did a change and type, then it created another version. And if I want to see any of them, I can actually open the file, I can delete it or restore based on one of the versions. So that's good. Now what happens if I delete by mistake? Well, OneDrive, just like SharePoint and other systems, have a recycle bin. So I have a recycle bin here where this document stays for 93 days. So within the 93 days, I can go to my recycle bin, mark it, and click restore. And now it goes back to my files. Okay, if you need to follow what files you were shared and what did you share, actually we have on the menu the shared. Now you see here 2 tabs. One is actually the ones that were shared with you. So, and this user has shared, Alex has shared with me this video, and these are the files that I shared with other people. So it's really easy to locate it. Now what I can do is actually, if this is what people shared with me, if it was a folder, I could actually link it to my my files. Now we see here also on the left all kinds of sites with this document libraries. So for instance, if I go here, I will see all of the libraries of the team, which is called the HR team. And then I can go, for instance, to this library and see the documents. So that's actually good. Now, for instance, you notice that I have, for instance, this file, but let's say I want to that it will actually be accessible to me in OneDrive. So, let's choose a folder. You notice that we have here add a shortcut to my files. If I click this to this folder, I will see in my root my files and you see there's a folder with like a link. So this actually, if I click here, it directs me directly to that file. Now what happens if I want to remove it? Well, I can click the 3 dots and I have remove. Remove will remove the shortcut. Now these shortcuts sometimes cause problems with syncing libraries to the desktop, so be careful if you do that. Okay, just under the new, besides creating all of these, you can also create a link. A link is just like a I can put here choose a link to a file or a link to a, let's say to the root page, or to, it can be something external. So if I just paste it, you see this actually, the URL would be this one. Let's try again. So enter the link. I entered. I can change here the name. Oops, it's tricky. I'll put here, press create, and then I can edit it. You see, I can rename it and say, oh, this is the URL. Okay, so this is how it is. What else do we have? There's a possibility to move, if let's say if I want to move either folders or files within the library or within OneDrive, I can actually take it and drag it, for instance, to here. Or we can use it if we have lots of files. I can mark these, and I have move and copy. So let's do, for instance, move. You see I can move it within OneDrive. So within OneDrive I can move it to the HR doc. Now it has moved it. Now these two, actually, instead of move, I can do also copy. But I can also, let's do copy. I can copy it also to one of the site collections, to SharePoint. So I can choose the site, I can choose the library, and I can choose one of the folders, or I can put it just in the root one. So let's choose, for instance, general, put it here, and it is copying the files to the location. So either within OneDrive or to SharePoint. Okay, in addition, you see here I can create a shared library. Creating a shared library actually creates a team site or a SharePoint site, and this is if you need like a new area to collaborate. So let's see how I do it. You need to have permissions to create groups. Let's call it the IT team. Quite original, and I can say who are the members. Let's say it's Alex W and Ligu, and press create, and in the background it's creating a team site, and then I have a link here. I can also go to the site and see that the new site has been created. Here it offers me to maybe to choose a template or use the standard, and there's all kinds of steps that you can invite guests and post news and all of that. Let's go back to OneDrive. Okay, so we actually, what else can we see here? So we have the gear icon, and the OneDrive settings actually shows us all kinds of notifications that you can, currently they are marked, but for instance if you want to unmark them, for instance email notification when an upload file request is here, so you can uncheck or check. Here you see actually more settings. This is more if you want to change the regional settings or language or storage, for instance storage. So here I can see how much storage I have on the documents. I have 132 megabyte. Okay, so let's go back. More or less we covered the whole thing. So try it and let me know what you think, and have a good day. Bye bye.